Welcome to the Protractor 360, Filling the Knowledge Gap. With me, Patricia Nandago. Here we explore various issues that are of concern in society, offering insights and expertise on the most pertinent issues in society. And today we are going to be talking about one critical aspect of business and entrepreneurship growth, and that is licensing. As business owners, we usually face lots of hardships when it comes to licensing our businesses. But however, that should not make us give up on ensuring that we license our businesses, because a licensed business is one that is going to give you great success in your business. And today, I'm here with Counsel Wannume Ivan, an experienced lawyer in business law, and he's going to delve into giving us insights on how to register your business, the process that you need to go through, and the benefits that one gets to achieve through licensing their business. You're very welcome, Counsel.
Thank you very much for hosting me to this program. It's my first time on this program, and I'm very happy to share with you some insights and some legalities people in business encounter, and the choice of business that they're supposed to do, and what is required of them, and what is required of their growth in such businesses. So I'm very happy to be here, our dear viewers.
So, Counsel Ivan, we know of different types of businesses, so proprietorship, partnerships, maybe companies or corporations.
Yes.
So, what type of licenses do these particular businesses require?
First of all, it depends on the nature of business that somebody is doing. There are instances where you find that a person is down there doing his solo business as a person, and that person may be required to get the licenses we get from local governments or licenses we get from those local governments governing or in place where that business is. You may require a license from a KCCA to transact or to do business within Kampala. That is one. Then there are licenses which are called professional licenses. Those ones are in regard to people who are doing professional what? Business. For instance, doctors, nurses, lawyers. To operate a clinic, you may need a what? A license from their professional body. To operate a pharmacy, similarly, you need a what? License. The other bit of it, there are also different natures of business. For instance, you may be doing a partnership, you may be having a company, and there are licenses which you get before you operate that particular type of business which you are doing. There are licenses which you get. And secondly, or firstly, as we discussed, you may also require a local government license for that particular place where you are operating.
Even after me getting a license from the professional body?
Yes, it may be a requirement for that nature of business.
Okay.
Maybe a requirement. But if you're conducting other business like a partnership, like a company, you usually get a certificate of that business from the registrar of businesses. If you're doing a company, you pay annual returns, yearly, such that your business is being monitored. So it is like a fee. Sometimes those fees are like licenses or something of the sort. Because, for instance, for a company, you may pay annual returns yearly for it.
Yes.
If you don't pay, it may be struck off the what? The record of the register of companies. Yes. So you have to know what you're doing, and you have to know the implications of that business and what you're supposed to do to have it legally or to maintain it in a legal manner. If you are in a company and you're not paying annual returns, the next day you'll go and check when the company has been closed down.
And when your company has been struck off, there is a possibility that your name can be given out to someone.
Yes, sure. So it is incumbent on us all, when we are transacting in these respective businesses, to know what is required of us and to always fulfill those requirements.
Now, speaking of requirements, what are those requirements that people need or the business owners need to have their companies or businesses licensed?
First of all, for starters, I would presume that one of the viewers watching us is that maybe somebody doesn't have a business at hand. They just want what? To start. You may just want to start by probably registering a business name. You start by a search. You choose the name of your choice, then you do a search for that name to confirm whether it is available to you for use. Similarly, it's also applicable to a person who wants to do a partnership and a company. You do a search of the names you want to use, and the registration will tell you that this name is available, you can use.
So this one is already used by someone else.
Yes. Then after that, you can you pay the required taxes, and your business will be incorporated after you've fulfilled some modalities like presentation of your national ID, presentation of your memorandum of association, or any other requirement that will be required from you. After that, you'll be fully fledged and your business can operate. Then you can just wait for probably licensing from the local authorities or any other license that is required of your business of choice that you're operating under.
So now, speaking of licensing, what is the length of this licensing process? Is it a very lengthy process, or within 2-3 days someone can already have their permit or license?
Usually it is not something very difficult. It depends on what kind of license the person is getting for their respective businesses. When somebody is getting a license from local governments, it is usually not hard. You go there, you explain yourself. They can even give you the license there and then after paying of the required fee. Then there are licenses you get from professional bodies. They also don't take long. It takes like, depending on how the body works, they can even give you the license there and then or after a few days. So doing business in Uganda, it is not problematic. It is easy. The officers are approachable and they do their work well. They provide you with what you need, and all the legalities can be really done with, and somebody can operate their respective business, that which they are doing very well after having all the requirements. There are also some licenses they get from URA, Uganda Revenue Authority, depending on what you're doing. Even them, in case you approach them, they also really, they are helpful, and you can get served on what you want within the shortest time possible. Meaning that when you're served, you can easily operate and do your business quite well.
Without any inconvenience.
Yes, yes.
Then we have very many people operating online businesses. Does licensing of a business only apply to people with physical locations, or as long as you have a business name in place and you're actually operating a business?
You see, lately online business has come up quite, and it is coming up. It is the new trend. However, the law provides that when somebody is registering a business name, of course they ask you for your address and the place where you're going to operate. There is a form which is filled indicating the notice of the place where the business is going to be conducted from. And even the company, the registry, the business registry, can decide to come and check, is this person existent, to visit the site. And that address you give, it can usually guide prospective clients in approaching you and getting to know of what you do. But that online thing is also so much an issue. You find that somebody is doing their business, however, the influencers, and it is so much online. That notwithstanding, it doesn't take away the fact that that business might be having a place where they operate from, or their address where it can be found. They should be having one ordinarily. They should be having their office at a certain place where they can be found. Yes, located.
Because now we have seen very many people facing a challenge of fraud and robbery resulting from these online businesses.
Due to the increase in online business and the development of the world, there has come up different incidences of crime.
Yes.
People can do crime, and the levels of knowledge they put in this crime, it is also on a high standard. What would advise for somebody who is dealing with a person online? Ascertain the person you're dealing with. Get particulars of what you're doing with them. You can even ask to know where their office is. Because these days it is, you can even be here and order for goods from Japan and they send them and you what?
And you receive.
And you receive. Though it is ideal, it has its own dangers. Somebody can send you goods which are not what you ordered for.
You get substandard
Yet
goods.
you've paid.
You get damaged
You
goods.
get damaged goods and what have you.
Goods once sold are
Not returnable. But nonetheless, the law is still there to protect you. You can go against this person who has defrauded you. You can go against this person who has sold to you goods which are not of the standard that you expected, and you can get redress from courts. And there are some online businesses which are regulated still by the government. For instance, these are the online money lenders, they are still regulated. Though you may find that some of them do charge exorbitant interest rates, and some of them are operating illegally minus having licenses, but we have the law in place. We have everything in place to manage such. For instance, if somebody is dealing in, for instance, is lending online, yet is not licensed to do that business. If a person makes a complaint to the authorities,
against this person,
that person's business can be what? Can be struck out, and they can be handled. So we should be careful on who we deal with. We ascertain and find out, is this the right person? Is this the business they do?
how authentic is this?
Are they authentic? You do a double check before you really do transact with somebody. Because if you don't check, at the end of it all, if you make the loss, it will be yours. And you'll struggle to recover your hard-earned money in case you want to recover your money. And the other person may be really unreachable.
Yeah, most of these people are defrauding, but they just let go of the grade. And then they come back after some time to fraud another group of people.
So it is challenging, but the way to approach that organized crime, I think government has really trained the officials recently in ways of curbing such crime on the internet, such cyber crime, which is on the increase. So what should we do to really protect ourselves? You first ascertain the person you're dealing with. And if there is something you suspect unusual, put a red flag, you inquire. Before you send your money to that person, first try to ascertain, is it the right person? So if you take a little longer, you may protect your money and you may protect yourself than making a quick decision to just transact or to just send the money when you're not sure of the dealer you're working with. Though it should be known that this is one of the first developments and it's one of the first means of business growing.
Yes,
because somebody may be at home when he's working online, when he's selling what? Goods online.
Offering different services
Yes.
online. And it's actually convenient for both the person that is conducting the service and also the person at the receiving end. Because you receive these services or the goods at the comfort, at your own comfort. Yes.
So, me, I see it is good for the economy, it is good for growth, and that is where the world is heading.
We just need to be a lot more careful.
It is where the world is heading, such that a person here in Uganda doesn't need to go to China to purchase goods. You just write to them and they send.
You find a good service provider
And they
send the right commodities.
the right commodity. So there should just be a regulation, or there should be, the government should should improve on regulating such business, to regulate the players, or to regulate the people who are involved, regulate the people who are offering that service. If they are regulated and you find that only decent people are involved in that business, then incidents of fraud wouldn't arise.
Okay.
Yes.
So leaving fraud aside, because it's one of the effects of not licensing our businesses, what are the benefits of a business owner having to license their business?
The benefits of one having a licensed business or a registered business, or a registered entity, is that your business will be known. It will be known to everyone. It will be easy for you to get clients and customers because your business is known. It is registered either as a company or as a business name or something of the sort. So it is known and it can easily grow. Thirdly, somebody can build their brand over time. You may put your business name and that brand comes up. People grow up knowing it. That if I want this, I have to go to, this is the person.
People have that aspect of brand loyalty.
So such business can easily grow and the brand can grow. Then it is also easy for you to access financial assistance when your business is registered. You may find it very easy for you to easily walk into the bank with your company and the bank can easily give you what? A loan, because it will be knowing that it's dealing with a registered entity. Unlike somebody who is doing their solo business down there, they may not trust you to give you
They may not think you have
the capacity to do that business. So it is easier for the registered business to access financial aid than a business which is not what? Just licensed.
How does the government benefit?
Secondly, on behalf of the government can regulate how business is being conducted within the country. How? Because if the business are registered, the government will know all the businesses which are registered and what they are doing. And it can easily plan for them. Can easily plan for such businesses. Then the government can also improve in the way they collect the taxes or revenue. Because remember, there are fees you incur on registering that business, and some of those fees go to the government. Then there are yearly fees you pay for instance, a license, and those fees go to the what? To the government. So it brings out more planning by the government, since it will be getting revenue from you, the business owners, and then it can offer the public good service delivery because of that revenue.
That it's earning from the businesses that are licensed.
Yes, sure.
Then what are some of the challenges that people incur while they're trying to obtain licenses for their businesses?
You may find that somebody, they have proposals for business, but they really don't know what they want or they want to do.
They're quite unsure.
And they don't know how it is done, and so they end up fidgeting, going to the wrong offices, and it can take time before they get what they want. Somebody should be knowing the nature of business that they want to transact and what are the requirements to transact that business. So if a person knows that, you know which offices to go to, you know which people to talk to, you know which licenses you need to be in that business, and you know the appropriate taxes which you're supposed to pay, the initial taxes. So it means that your business can easily be put in place and it starts operational than somebody who doesn't know. Somebody who doesn't know may start operating that business illegally, minus the legal backing of the what? Of the law which regulates that business. So if the business is not regulated, it also brings about you find unfair what? Competition even. In case somebody is transacting there alone, not registered, is not even paying taxes, you may start selling the goods at a very low what?
They may
Price,
either
underprice,
their commodities and
as
services.
compared to the other people who are really being regulated and they are giving something to the government and taking something to themselves. So that is the importance of the regulation and licensing of the respective businesses.
As we come to the end of this discussion, what challenges arise from people failing to license their businesses? Leaving alone the challenges they face while they are trying to obtain the license. What are the repercussions of someone failing to license?
Thank you for that question. Because Uganda is a country which is governed by respective laws. And to do any business in Uganda, you must follow those respective what? Laws. It is illegal for you to merely start up a business there and start operating without any license. The council, the town council, or KCCA, or any other local government where you are, may it come and close your business because it is not what? Licensed. Similarly, URA also can come and close your business for lack of license and non-payment of taxes. So the danger of you conducting your business without a license is that it may be closed down any time. So if it is closed, your business can die like that.
So now you spoke of URA having to close people's businesses. If I've been operating my business without a license and it's closed, or before it's closed, do I pay the previous fees or taxes that I haven't been paying? Or I'm exempted from those and the business is just closed?
Usually it depends on the assessment of URA. If at all they are demanding you taxes, but they are open and people can talk. Because, for instance, recently you saw people are being demanded for defaulting on IFRS.
Yes.
And URA said those people who had defaulted like a year or so, if you're paying now, we can give you a discount of what? Discounted fee. But usually, the government wants these taxes. If you don't pay the taxes, the government will not operate. So they usually want them. So it is important for us that we really to try to pay the taxes and we follow the right procedures. Because if you don't follow and the law gets you in the wrong arm, they will close you down and you will not operate.
And as they say, ignorance of the law is no defense.
Yeah, absolutely. It is not.
Yeah. What are the different offices that people can reach out to get assistance concerning business licensing? Maybe to do consultation, or probably to obtain the actual licenses?
Thank you for that question. It largely depends on what the person wants to do, on what business they want to do. For people making decisions on the business they want to do, feel free to consult lawyers on the legalities of the business that you want.
Is it strictly business lawyers, or I can approach any?
You can approach lawyers. Many lawyers do that. We also do that. We can guide you on the nature of business or the arrangement that you want. Whether you want a company, whether you want a partnership, we can guide you on that. Then, secondly, when that business is registered, sometimes you liaise with the local authorities to get the local what? License to operate that respective business where you want to operate it from. So there you have to go and visit the local authority, and they tell you the license fees which you pay, and they do give you a license. Similarly, most of all businesses are registered with URA. You have a TIN number, and they are monitored. So URA always sends assessments to respective businesses of what is required of them to be paid.
So for me to own a company, actually, I'm supposed to have a tax identification number as an individual, or my company can have one and I do not have?
For starters, it is you, because the company is run by people, and those people are shareholders or directors. So to start up a company, they have to get the TIN numbers of the individuals before the one for the company can come out. Yes, that is the requirement. So the company has its own tax identification number, then the respective individuals also do have theirs. So it is in such a manner the company can be liable for its own taxes and you, the person, individually for yours in case you're doing business aside or you're doing business yourself alone.
Okay, so what's the difference between a business license and a work permit, or is it one thing?
A business license, a work permit is they're a little different, though they may be connected. They may be connected because a work permit could be, for instance, a foreigner working here, they may need a work permit to work here. Okay. In case the Kenyan comes here to work in Uganda, you may need a work permit. Or in case any foreigner comes, they may need a work permit. Or in case you go to work abroad, you need a what?
A work permit.
Work permit. Whereas the license you may get from a local authority or from a body for the operation of a respective business or for operation of that thing which you want. So the license may be for somebody nationally within the country.
And then a foreigner is under
then the foreigner may need a work permit to do work here. You take me to the other point. Why do you need work permits before foreigners work here? They need work permits because the government needs to protect the Ugandan local labor force. You may think that some foreigners can come and work here, but they bring unfair competition to the citizens. So as the way of regulating people who come to work here and what business they come to do here, they say you in order to work here, you must have a work permit. So there are specific kinds of work or jobs which can be done by locals and those by foreigners. So it a little bit protects the local workforce and such that even if someone is coming up from abroad to work here or they're an expatriate, they come here to do something which we the locals cannot do. So that is the way government does to protect the workforce and protect the economy and to protect their money from not over what? Being overtaken abroad. Because, for instance, if there are many foreigners working here, they repatriate the money. They work the money and repatriate to their countries.
Leaving the nation.
Leaving the nation, yeah. So to balance that, that is why those issues of permits come up and what have you, to protect the economy.
Well, I hope someone that has been watching us from the inception of this program has gotten to learn a lot about business licensing, the benefits, the process, and the challenges that come with one not licensing their businesses. As you've heard, your businesses stand at risk of being closed due to not being licensed. As you're coming to the end of this program, Counsel Ivan, do you have any last remarks that you would have viewers that is watching us?
Thank our viewers for keeping on the show. Let's do business which is legalized. Let's do business following the respective guidelines. If you're doing something legal, it will be regulated and you'll also enjoy doing that business. Don't do illegal business. Don't operate illegally. Don't operate illegally because if you do so, you may be closed down. And if you're closed down, your business will automatically die out. But follow the respective regulations, do legal business. If you need a guidance on where businesses are concerned, feel free to contact us for guidance and help. We can guide you on what you want to do after interviewing you and knowing really what you want. It can help you and your business can last long when you're following the respective regulations. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in.
Well, viewer, thank you for keeping with us until the very end of this program, and I hope as a business owner, you've gotten to learn why it's really important and crucial for you to register your business. You're not only paying tax to the government, but registering your business is giving you room for growth and expanding your brand, which is giving you audience to very many clients that are going to grow your business. I remain Patricia Nandago on the Protractor. Till next time, bye.